Good morning, everyone. Silverconundrum here. I come to you today with a discussion topic. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers for subscribing, and hello to all the old subscribers. As you guys know, we are doing giveaways on random videos. All you have to do is two things. One, make sure that your subscription is set to public so I can verify that you are subscribed. Two, all you gotta do is leave a comment. So with that being said, let's talk about velocity of money. If you know what this is, then you're pretty well informed, and that's a good thing. Most people don't. But if you don't know what it means, let me give you an explanation and an example. Velocity of money is where you have a single dollar and it transfers hands from person to person to buy goods or services. That's basically what it is. Now, an example of this would be, you go out to eat. You tip the waitress $1. The waitress winds up getting a taxi. She tips the taxi $1. The taxi driver then takes that $1 and puts it in his gas tank. The taxi who got gas, now the gas station owner, he has to go buy fuel. You see how this works? Okay, so that means that a single dollar made 3 transactional purchases. Okay, so the velocity of the dollar is 1 times 3. So that's what drives our economy. I mean, that's just it in a nutshell. Now, what do we have going on around us? Well, let's think about it. Elon Musk is throwing thousands of satellites up in space. When he's done, I think he said he wants to have roughly 352,000 satellites. That number might be off. I'm going off what I can remember. But anyway, what he is doing is he is setting up for world global internet. What this means is you can actually sit in the middle of the Sahara Desert with your PlayStation 5 and your flat screen TV and have full internet signal and never have latency. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, most of us think it is. Well, let me show you the dark side of this also. So, as we know, digital currencies are coming around the corner too. And if you don't have a digital currency, you may not eat. You may not be able to go buy gas or whatever, pay your bills. You see how this all works out? Well, first, the science sector is throwing up all these satellites. The medical sector is keeping us on lockdown. I mean, we have an invisible enemy. You can't see it. That's what unites people. Enemies unite people. Simple as that. I mean, that's history. It's been that way since the dawn of mankind. It's just psychological, and our governments use it against us. Now, let's say they want to bring in that digital currency through the central banks because they know that their fiat currency that we currently have is going out of control. It's by design. So we get back to the whole velocity of money thing now. What's the biggest thing they tell everybody to do? Stay home. Close restaurants. Close small businesses. Now, big box stores get to stay open. You know, people like Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, stores like this right here, they get to stay open. Meanwhile, mom and pop hardware store has to shut down. Mom and pop eateries have to shut down. Well, that means you stay home because, well, you're not going to be allowed to go out, which means you're not tipping the waitress, who's not tipping the taxi driver, who's not getting gas, and the gas station guy's not buying fuel. Do this on a grand scale. You just slowed your economy almost next to nothing. Now, let's put it into a little bit more perspective. Okay? Let's break it down to a little bit of more of an understanding. If, and I'm just saying if, because I'm not 1,000% sure of this. I'm not a financial guru, but I can see the writing on the wall. If they were to come out with a digital currency to replace what we already have, what do you need? Well, first you need the infrastructure to do it. They're throwing 5G towers up everywhere. Second, You need the people to need the money. You need them to need the currency. Well, if I make you unemployed, make you have to wonder where your next meal's coming from, you need the currency, right? The second thing is on the scientific aspect. How do we cover it on a grand scale, like global? Simple. We throw satellites up in space and we use that technology. Guys, sit down and look at what's going on around you. Your dollar is being printed into oblivion. I don't care what country you're in, America, China, Russia, Korea, Japan, your currency is being printed into oblivion. So, when you have velocity of money and you're not using it, let's just use an easy number. 1,000 times 0 is what? 0. So your currency sits in your bank, it sits in your safe, it sits in your savings account, it sits in your underwear drawer, for crying out loud. Your currency is absolutely worth 0. There's no economic drive. Now, if you really want to stick it to the man, when they give you all this helicopter money and you pay off your bills with it, like your debts, guess what? You don't equate that kind of money into the economy. You're paying off past debt, past promises. So the velocity of money is not there. Do you see how that works? You're not going out and buying new stuff. You're not getting new debt. You're paying off old debt. So you're actually beating the man at his own game when you do this. If you guys want to know what I was referring to with Elon Musk, by the way, the name of his project is called Starlink. You may want to go look that up. It's pretty interesting. And you may want to go look up the G13. I mean, just saying. Look at what they're trying to propose. Not trying, what they have proposed and what they've all agreed upon. So, with all that being said, guys, just open your eyes, open your mind, and look around you. If you're in the silver community, you already know what's going on. You just have to now listen. The information's there. All you got to do is absorb it. Everybody, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.